I know. David, another video about the PlayStation physical media situation? Yes, because it's that important. Guys, I'm gonna be milking this for a little while because it is a very serious topic that true gamers like you and myself need to talk about. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? My name is David DeFranco, and hey, so is this guy from daviddefran.co. That's my personal website right below. If you ever want to learn more about me, my side projects, my Patreon content, all that stuff. Anyway, today's video is about my 5 reasons why I believe physical video games will always and forever be better than digital video games. Enough singing, enough yapping. Let's just jump into it. Number 1, and I've got notes here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. The most obvious, it's something physical that you can own and, well, do just that, call your own. There's something really nice about physically owning and holding a video game that you can call your own. Nobody can take this back from you. This is now, legally speaking, your property, and nobody can change that. That is the main principle of this whole situation. You actually own something. Sony can't do anything about that. This is your game forever. And of course, this means that you can actually display it in your physical collection, which to me personally is a big deal. I have got hundreds upon hundreds of video games downstairs in my basement, ranging from my childhood consoles like my Genesis all the way up to more recent consoles like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and all that stuff. And by more recent, I mean just up until those generations. Over here in my living room, I've got my PlayStation 5 games, my Switch 1 games, and my Switch 2 games. So it's no secret. Physical games for me are a big deal because I love, well, not only owning my game, obviously that's important, but especially displaying my games because I'm proud of it. Video games are a huge part of my life. I've been gaming since I was just a little kid. And honestly, I'm going to be gaming until the day I die. You're never too old for video games. And it actually makes me think, where are we going to be 10 years from now in regards to physical media? Is it going to be completely gone? Because by then we'll probably have the Switch 3, and it makes you wonder, is Nintendo going to follow suit? Or are they going to keep doing their own thing and actually give us, physical media? Heavy quotes on the word physical because, yeah, we've got game key cards, but at least it's better than getting a code in a box. Number 2, physical video games are typically more affordable than digital. This is a huge deal, especially considering how freaking expensive life is. Guys, I'm a self-employed content creator, meaning it's just me doing all this. I've got to make my own money. It's a single family household, and by single family, I mean lonely old man. Well, this guy sometimes subconsciously enters my brain and say, David, work harder. Guys, this is what happens when I don't have a script in front of me. Yeah, I've got notes, but I don't have a script like other YouTubers do. I mean, I just kind of say stupid things, honestly. But yeah, my point is, it's just me in this household. I don't make a ton of money, so I can't be buying $60, $70, $80 games every time they're released. The only way I typically spend full price on a game is if I know I'm absolutely going to love it. GTA 6, I mean, it would be insane if that game actually let me down in any bit. Like, I'm sure that game's gonna blow my freaking mind. The Last of Us Part 2, I bought that day 1. Oh my god, incredible. I loved pretty much every Halo game. Yes, even Halo Infinite. That game was great. But then there's games like this. Elden Ring. Okay, so yes, I get it. David, this game came out 4 years ago, over 4 years ago at that. Yeah, I realize that. But the thing is, I never really got into these Souls-like games too much. I just played Demon's Souls for the first time the other day on PlayStation Plus, ironically. I know, guys, I'm not completely against digital, but I like having the choice. Give us the choice between physical and digital. Anyway, the point is, Elden Ring, I got this on sale for $20 on Amazon Prime Day. $20. And I physically own it. Like, this is, legally speaking, my game. And it copied the data from the disk. It didn't even download from servers as far as I'm concerned. This is my game, always and forever, which is obviously important. Like, this is something I own. I can call it my own. But get this. This still sells for $60 on the PlayStation Store. $60. And I don't know about you, but like, this game's not for everyone. Now, thankfully, I'm loving this game. I do not regret my purchase one bit. Like, I'm itching to play right now. But I'm so glad I paid $20 because I wasn't sure. Now, granted, if I did pay $60 full price physical, at least I could say, hey, I tried it, it's not for me. I can send it back to Amazon or I can resell it on eBay. I mean, that is if it's worth extra money for whatever reason. But generally speaking, if you don't like something you got from Amazon, send it back to them, no questions asked. But do you honestly think if I spent $60 or even $20 on this via the PlayStation Store and I only played it for like 30, 40 minutes, do you think PlayStation would give me my money back? I'm leaning towards no. So just saying, physical will always win in regards to sale prices, saving your money, getting discounts, all that good stuff. And I have some other examples here in my notes. Pac-Man World 2 Repack. I recently bought this on Amazon physical for $23. It's still selling for $30 on the PlayStation Store. Resident Evil Village, $26 physical, $40 digital. God of War Ragnarok. This game came out a while ago. $33 physical on Amazon. Get this, $70 digital. $70. Gee, would you rather spend $33 on something you physically own or spend $70 on something that could disappear 10, 20 years from now? I'm always going to go towards physical for that very reason. And finally, last but not least, Street Fighter 6, $20 physical, $40 digital. Yeah, can you see a trend here? Physical, typically speaking, is always going to be cheaper and the safer bet because you can always sell it or return it if you don't like it. And speaking of, this brings me into reason number 3. You can return and resell physical video games, unlike digital, where it's not always a guarantee. Now, yeah, I've been there. I bought a handful of games over the years on Steam. Wasn't a big fan because I played it for less than an hour or two, whatever the rule is. And typically speaking, Steam has accepted my refund request. I've been denied once or twice. I forget why. But generally speaking, they say, sure, here, we'll take the game back. Here's your money back. Bada bing, bada boom. Moving on with life. But when you buy a digital game on the PlayStation Store and you've played it for a while, again, do you really think Sony's going to give you your money back? I'm leaning towards no. And that's why physical is absolutely huge. Not only can you return a game to Amazon, but you can sell it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, if people still use Mercari. I've heard it's very scammy. Is it still scammy? Let me know. And guys, let's not forget, while this isn't a really popular thing with me these days because I don't live around many friends these days, you can actually lend out your games to friends. And I've done that in the past. And I still have my friend Richie's game, I think it's called Eternal Sonata, on the Xbox 360. Richie, if you're still watching, text me. Dude, I really need to send the game back to you. I've had the game in my possession for probably 10 years now. But that's the amazing thing about physical. Guys, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again right now, not to sound like a broken record, but you can return your physical games. You can sell your physical games to actually make some money back if you need to. And of course, you could lend out your games to family and friends. You can't do that with digital. Yes, I realize game share, but it's not the same thing. Guys, it's not. It's really not the same thing. It's similar, but it's not the same. Reason number 4, digital may be easier to access. I don't think anybody's arguing that. You buy something, you download it, you play it right away. But typically speaking, physical is usually more straightforward if you want to play something almost immediately. Keyword, almost. Now, this is a big deal. You put a disc in, you typically play it within 10, 20 minutes, however long it takes to copy the data from the disc to the SSD. Or in some cases, the disc may act as like a key code in a way where it goes online, it verifies, yeah, you bought this game, and then it downloads said game from the server. I'm not totally against that because at least you're still buying a physical case with a physical disc. But still, I mean, obviously copying your data from the disk to the SSD is always going to be faster than downloading a full game via PlayStation, Xbox, or eShop servers or wherever. Well, because it's important to not assume that everybody has a fast internet connection. I get about, I think, 800 down on average, like 600 to 800 down on a good day, but not everybody's got that. Not everybody's got a fast connection. So good luck downloading something like GTA 6. Yeah, I realize they're giving you a week in advance. That's kind of an edge case, but that's just my point. Good luck downloading a huge game on a slow internet connection. It's gonna be a pain. Is it a deal breaker? In my opinion, no. This is probably the weakest reason on my list, to be perfectly honest with you. But it is something you have to keep in mind, because I have experienced this on the Switch too. Around launch day last year, I was going to my niece's birthday party, right? And I wasn't driving, meaning I was the passenger in the back seat. I wanted to take my Switch 2 with me, but I wanted to play something like, I think it was Puyo Puyo Tetris or whatever. Basically, or no, maybe Sonic X Generations. I don't know, I forget the name of it. But basically, I wanted to play the game, right? But it was a game key card. And I wasn't about to use my mobile data to download a full game onto my Switch 2. So instead, I took a physical game. So that's just one example of many of how a game key card or a digital download is not always more accessible or more convenient for all users. And finally, number 5, you own physical. You do not own digital. Now, this is a huge deal. Like, this is easily the most important reason of all. Like, this is the principle. This is the main reason behind why I'm making this video. It's critically important. Sony recently removed 551 movies and TV shows from users' libraries. Imagine buying something like popular movies such as John Wick or Terminator 2. Yes, these are huge movies. Imagine buying a movie like that, and then Sony says, oh wait, there's been a licensing change. Yeah, we're gonna take those movies that you paid for already out of your library. That's like somebody actually coming into my house and physically taking this game back. Like, imagine if Amazon pulled up right now and said, oh, by the way, David, I'm sorry, but we had a policy change. Yeah, we're gonna need this back. And I'd be like, oh, here you go. That's not cool. That's not fair. Honestly, it makes me a little sad just thinking about it. Guys, don't take my games. But seriously, like, this is as anti-consumer as it gets. Again, imagine paying for a movie and Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, I don't think Nintendo does movies, but imagine a huge corporation taking something back that you already paid for. It's not fair. That is a huge thing to keep in mind. Now, is this going to happen with PlayStation games? Probably not. Probably not. But there is always the chance it could happen. Physical is a sure thing. Digital is not a sure thing. And that's what you need to keep in mind. And guys, I'm gonna wrap the video on that note. You need to make this a big deal. And I realize, I get it, I have friends who prefer all digital, and that's fine, I respect that. But guys, me personally, I love the hell out of physical games. Again, I got this for $20. And guys, Sony's still asking for $60 digital. But the best example of today, guys, let's not forget, God of War Ragnarok. Physical on Amazon goes for $33. PlayStation is still asking for $70. $70 for a game that came out a while ago. Guys, it's borderline robbery, and we cannot continue to support that. So hopefully Sony changes their mind. Hopefully this video ages extremely poorly and Sony actually, backpedals on this horrible, horrible decision and says, fine, the gamers have spoken, we'll give you what you want. Because let's not forget, PlayStation is who they are because of gamers like you and myself. I've been there since the beginning. I've owned all of the major consoles over the years. I've owned every major PlayStation console. The only one I haven't owned was, I think, the PSP Go or whatever it was called, which was ironically not a physical media console. And I don't think that thing sold really that well at all. But anyway, guys, I've said my piece. What are your thoughts? Let me know right below. And maybe this is my last video on the whole physical situation, unless Sony changes their mind. I don't think they will, but you never know. However, I will say this. I'm still waiting for Xbox to come out and say, you know what? We have heard your feedback. We're going to make the next generation of Xbox consoles fully compatible with physical media. Now, do I see that happening from a business perspective? No. But for someone who tries to focus on positivity and optimism, I hope it happens. I really do. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day. I appreciate your support. And of course, I don't really ask this often, but if you enjoyed the video, click the little like button right below. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Happy gaming! Support physical games. It's important. And I'll talk to you later.